for $1. It sold for $216. That same guy resold on eBay for $450.
Good for him.
So when you start doing shit like that, let me fucking know.
I am.
Sean over here. Let me see some more SGC 9 slabs. You fucking
There you go, fucking pussy.
I don't even care. Benzini? Benzini?
Shut the fuck up.
Beauties. Gucci. What's up? What's up, Benzini? Cheers to the old UK boys.
You always tell me that it's all up in my head. You got me overlooking all of my options. You got me going back and forth with my conscience. All up in my bed. You always see that.
Welcome back. Episode 15 of the Old Pitch Masters pod. We are rejoined by the naked mole rat to my bottom right. No idea where he's going to be. Steve Prosend cards, Pro Packs coming out this week. Steve, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling good. Can't complain. I froze my ass off this weekend, so anything that's indoors is good to go because I went camping this weekend. It was absolutely brutal.
And then Zini Linguini, Italian mobster over here with a double black. My brother, the bags under the eyes are getting a little bit smaller. Feel like we're maybe getting some sleep. How are you doing, mi amigo?
Definitely got some rest last night after a successful Dawn Rush stream. Dude, the weekend was good. I have a nice little promotion. Don't know about my rally yet, but promotion's going to be good.
Can't wait to hear it. And then finishing it off with everybody's favorite pundit from last week's clip, the Chelsea lover wearing some plaid with a little vest. He's got a call after, so he had to get in the mindset, the hair slicked back.
I have a call with the Chelsea boys.
Serea, how we feeling, brother? A week behind us of a not great bounce back. Spurs fall out of first place. How is your mindset right now? What are we thinking, brother?
We suck. We're going to suck for the next 4 games all the way till mid-January, but it's fine. Still don't like Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah. Can't wait to get into this.
I want to get that loser from Instagram on here, too.
Yeah, brother. What was his freaking name?
I don't even remember, but he was a loser.
Yeah, dude was an absolute. The fact that he came back
crazy
to respond, Mess Perry 2, guy was absolutely absurd. I just love that he came back like days later to comment.
There was some idiot, too, that said something about, again, 2 days later, he was like, how did you win the war? And I'm like, I'm not even going to answer. This fucking guy's so stupid. He doesn't even realize what I was trying to say there. So, whatever. Not worth it.
Oh, bro. I mean, looking at these comments, Salty Sausage, who is the clown wearing sunglasses indoors with 4 likes on it, man? That thing was... The sunglasses get guys going, man. I mean,
that was the thing, too. Yeah. People were liking some of these comments at 17, 18 likes.
Someone just wrote 3 days ago, comments. That's it.
Oh, my God.
But we got a lot of good stuff to get into with this pod. We got fantasy EPL. We're going to talk, obviously, the Premier League, the tight race that we got going, the resurgence of Chelsea, or is it just a one-time fluke? Manchester United trying to skate themselves into the top 4. Isn't
it funny? Isn't it funny? They're playing terrible. They're still in 6th place. Alex is nervous.
Not nervous. And then we'll wrap it.
They're atrocious and they're in 6th place.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, can't finish my intro, so we'll just get into it.
Yeah.
Fantasy Premier League. Maddison out, boys. Lord Almighty. We'll obviously transition it into Spurs talk after this, but over 495,000 transactions getting Maddison out of the team. Are the Spurs in trouble? What is your fantasy? I personally had to bring Maddison out of my team as well. I'll start with Sean, obviously, because his heart is closest to it. What are you thinking about Maddison being out long term, and then try to tie it into the Premier League fantasy?
Yeah, I mean, we're just so screwed. I think about, a month ago when I was saying, our best attacker is Heung-min Son, our best midfielder is James Maddison, our best defender is Van de Ven. And if any one of those 3 in my eyes, if any one of those 3 gets injured or is out for an extended period of time, I just see it being devastating for the squad. And to have both go out in one game till, the new year, if not longer, that in combination with Romero, red card, Udogie, and then our next 4 fixtures, Aston Villa, who are on fire, Newcastle, who can upset any team. Manchester City and West Ham. If we get 3 points from any of those, I'd be like super surprised. I think we're in for a long season now. Top four is going to be tough. Probably you can see us falling to like 8th or 9th at some point in the new year, and then maybe having some rally. No, honestly, I think there might be once Maddison comes back, maybe we can rally. Maybe some nice signings like Santiago Jimenez. Maybe there's talks around the town about Santi coming to Tottenham. Lloyd Cully as well, the center back from Bournemouth. Maybe that can help us a bit in the new year. But yeah, we're just in trouble. We're toast. So that's all I really have to say about it. Nothing else. I mean, Pablo Sarabia goal though on the weekend, definitely a contender for goal of the month or goal of the year, if that's even an award. I don't know if anybody saw that Sarabia goal. Ball was fizzed into the box. He one-touched it in midair, popped it up, and hit it on the volley without the one touch in the volley without the ball even touching the ground. So that kind of sucked. I mean, it was a brutal loss, conceding 2 goals in injury time. But I mean, it's a testament, or it's sort of indicative of what's going to come in the next few months. So that's my take.
Got to shout out our manager of the week, Bubby AFC, with 102 points. Had Holland, Watkins, Saka, Diaby, Bowen, a favorite of Mr. Stevie Boy over there, Salah, who had a great week, Mbuemo, Saliba, Tsimikas, shout out Liverpool, and Mitchell was his lowest scoring player in the starting lineup for Crystal Palace. But shout out to Mr. Bubby. AFC climbing to 5th place on there. So got to try and get into the top 3 if you want to score any of those prizes at the end. Moving into the Premier League, we got a tight race. This will be something that hopefully we can get a little bit of more contribution from Steve, who has been banging the drum saying that his lads are going to get into the top 4. I still don't think there is a shot in hell that is going to happen, nor are they going to finish above Liverpool, but I'm going to pass it to the old camper. Anyways, then Benzine, you can chime in as well. What hope do you still somehow have that your boys are going to crawl into the top 4?
I mean, it's just as simple as, I mean, they're playing as bad as I've ever seen them play, and they're literally in 6th place. I mean, it just all they don't need to play amazing. They just need to play good. And I don't know. It's the Premier League. Anything can happen. So that's my hope. It's more so from a fan stance, but it just shows you that you don't need to play amazing. You got to beat the teams you need to beat, which they do. They don't do it in like incredible fashion, but they're doing it. I mean, they beat Luton 1-0. I mean, they should have blown them out. You know what I mean? But they won, and that's the thing. The one thing is that they're losing. They're not like drawing a lot. I think they're 6-0-4 or 7-0-5, something like that. I forget the exact record, but they don't have any ties, which is like not the greatest, because you'd like to mix in a tie against like those teams that you're all right with losing to. But I don't know. I'm confident they're going to be ahead of Liverpool. Liverpool's going to collapse. Just waiting for that.
7-0-5. So
7-0-5. Yeah, that's what I knew it was something like that. It's crazy that there isn't. Is there any other teams that don't have a single draw? There's probably like 1 or 2 maybe. At this point in the season, everybody.
No, we're the only team that hasn't drawn.
Yeah, that's great. That's remarkable to me. That's so weird. But
what is incredible for me, and Zini, sorry, didn't mean to skip over you. So if you got anything, chime in about Man U, feel free. Like, this is the tightest race we've seen in a long time. I mean, there's literally only 9 points separating all the way from 8th place to 1st, and then obviously it's even tighter between 1 to 5, with 3 points being the biggest gap between Aston Villa and Manchester City. So it's really anyone's game at this point. It's going to be Spurs just trying to stay afloat. You know, Man U has a little bit more of they have at least 2 games to try and like get in, rather than just a point or 1 match for 1 through 5. But I'm loving Liverpool's chances, obviously. You know, complete bias there. They're an absolute wagon. Mohamed Salah is balling, playing incredibly well. I don't know. It's the tough thing for me with Liverpool is trying to figure out if the Saudis come back in the winter and they're like, yo, we're going to drop the bag for Mohamed Salah. Do you take, you know, all that money for a player that's what he's like 31, 32, pushing that up, like whatever, lower 30s, and then try to go get a young player like Leroy Sané, Jamal Musiala, Osimhen, any of those guys, and just try to reset or just like push forward with a younger guy as they figure it out with Klopp. So it's going to be interesting to see how Liverpool's season definitely ends for me. But what else? What do you guys got to tap into the conversation for your squads?
I think Liverpool would be like very stupid to get rid of Salah. He's like their main goal contributor for like the last, I don't know, since they signed him from.
Yeah.
I don't even know was it from Roma? I forget where he was at before, but yeah, for like 5 seasons now, it feels like he's just carrying the team. So it would be not smart, in my opinion, to drop him, because then you have nobody else who's going to come in there and like he's a leader on the team. You could tell you're losing a leader, you're losing a goal scorer, an assist man. You're really kind of losing the whole player. So
it's
I don't know
you're losing a lot. But what if they offers like 200 million? You know, you're never gonna get that value for him. Like, and maybe you do next year, still get that value, but I don't know, boys. I don't know. I would be hard pressed.
Salah might take it. So I mean, he does do a lot of like work, in his hometown, Egypt. Yeah, he like pays for hospitals, and he does a lot of like selfless work to build it up where he's from. So from his standpoint, it would make sense to like keep building his hometown and city. But as a professional wanting to strive for greatness, you got to stay.
I think also, if you look at it, the Saudis are going to give him some kind of ridiculous contract, whether it's now or 3 years from now. So why not compete 3 more years, even 2-3 more years with Liverpool, and then go to Saudi? Because he's still going to get the bag, like, for sure, in 3 years. They want him in the worst way, so I don't know.
Well, speaking of signings, a resurgence of the Chelsea Blues, man. We obviously had a fun clip go, for our standards at least, got quite a bit of interaction from the London lads overseas. Boys, do we think that it's legit? I mean, you can't, I mean, I still think it was a complete fluke, the Spurs game, but the thing is, in the game of soccer, you have a fluke game where you end up dominating 4-1. The situation was the situation. They clearly were buzzing at home. Like, that's a big freaking result against Manchester City. Being able to level 4 goals. Cole Palmer absolutely stepping up in the biggest moment against his former
player
club,
as well. Unbelievable.
in the rain. Oh man, bro, I'm getting chills thinking about like what that would feel like. I gotta go to Mr. Sean. Do we feel like this is legit? Are they on the path back? The former Tottenham manager, does he have these boys dialed in? Are they going to make a push for the top 4?
Yeah, I mean, it's just very clear now that they're finally scoring goals. They're starting to find their form. They have the talent on the field, and maybe it's starting to link. And I think someone like Cole Palmer, a youngster who, like, I think in the beginning of the season, wouldn't expect someone to contribute as much as he is kind of almost like the impetus for the team to rally around. Like, you thought maybe it'd be someone like Enzo or a Mudryk, who is hardly doing anything now. But this guy Palmer, you guys remember back when everybody was ripping 21? Top Scrum, you hit a Palmer auto and everybody moans like not another one of these fucking things, right? Now it's like those actually, I want to see what Cole Palmer autos are going for.
I'll look it
up. They're like $40 a pop now. Crazy.
Yeah, I think they're like for base auto. And there was like guaranteed a base auto Cole Palmer per case.
That one?
From
nice.
Coming to you in Pro Packs. Somebody will have it when this comes out.
Got a dual auto of his. Be ran at $1 Black Friday.
So yeah, I think Chelsea are finding their form, looking good. Did you guys see the Kovacic celebration, by the way? Did anybody see that?
Was it a celebration?
Yeah, the fist pump after the Palmer penalty.
Or was it a fist pump of frustration?
I mean, I think it's very clear that it did seem like celebratory.
Really?
You guys didn't see it? No? All right.
No.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. Obviously, if they're getting fired up. I mean, I don't know what their situation was, but basically – going back to the value of like Cole Palmer's just yesterday is Topps Chrome Blue Refractor rookie out of 150 sold for $100. So I'm going to pass it to Steve. Ben, I'd love to hear your opinion on this. You're more of the obviously we got the comp goblin with Prosend over here. Guy comes into every stream and has to tell us what the value of every freaking card is. What do you think?
I'm always right. People don't like to hear it, but I'm always right.
Are you two investing in Cole Palmer right now? Do you think
Absolutely
that is
not.
good
Sell.
No.
The boat has sailed.
Not. Yes. It's time to sell.
But honestly, fair play to Palmer. He's like a leader on the team now, and he was like a role player on City. It's kind of crazy that
if
those
that
players
he's like
at
a
City,
rotation guy, man.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that those like rotation guys at City are like top players at like another team. So
I mean, I think
Palmer got the swag back. The confidence.
Cole Palmer is good, and I think he can be very good. But you don't
He's
buy
21.
guys.
He's 21.
No, he's still super young too. But you don't buy guys that are like. It doesn't make sense. I guess people here are buying soccer. Anyways, I was going to equate it to like other sports. So like, perfect example, like in another sport, once a player is like 24, 25 and they start popping off, it's like, that prospect, he's not a prospect anymore. He's 24, 25. In soccer, when you're 21, you're not a prospect anymore at this stage of the game. Like maybe in America, but in England, when you're 21, you're not a prospect. Like you have to be that guy already by 21. Otherwise, you'll never have that value because there's not as much potential for growth there anymore. Everybody wants the potential for growth. That's all it's about. So with Cole Palmer, that potential, that window, that 3-year window, 18, 19, 20 is gone. So not somebody you want to buy into.
I mean, we're all in second-year cards right now of his, though. So
what?
He's only has second-year cards. He's only been in...
Yeah, but it's not even about the cards. It's about the age.
I mean, if he's not performing well, I mean, his shit's going to keep going up.
I mean, it might, but it's not going to be crazy.
I mean, it's definitely rising. I mean, it'll probably peak and then come down. But I mean, if he someday down the line becomes captain and keeps scoring goals,
man,
the increase could it could rise and then it could be steady. I don't know. I mean, only time will tell, obviously. But
I think this is an opportunity to sell a big card. Like if you have a big card,
yes, get rid of it now.
To sell, but I think I agree with. Ben a little bit more of just being like, I mean, he's 21. Chelsea are definitely, I mean, this is like victim of the moment, but they're definitely buzzing right now. If they continue on this streak and somehow, like even just like get into Europa League and then can continue to build, he's 21. Like James Maddison's 26, and they both were at the same. Cole Palmer was just a bit more in terms of transfer fee, but I could see Cole Palmer being that same type of role that James Maddison is to the Spurs.
The other thing, sorry, this thought popped into my head like 30 seconds ago. The other thing about Cole Palmer, the fact that we're talking about like Alex is like, ooh, it's a good idea. He's 21. Like, maybe buy some of his cards. Just the fact that we're talking about buying some of his cards is showing you that other people are thinking about buying some of his cards. So sell right now. That's what I think. Whenever I'm thinking about buying somebody because he's playing good, I'm going, wait, I should be selling because other people are thinking what I'm thinking. So there's more buyers in the buyer pool. That's something I've learned. If you're thinking about buying somebody, sell them. Because you can only capitalize on that for so long. These guys, all of a sudden he goes through a 5-game stretch where he scores 1 goal, it doesn't get on the stat sheet. Stuff is going to go down 50%.
But I do want to introduce the blind ranking for the first time here.
Let's do it.
So I saw one of those Instagram reels, a blind ranking. I decided to craft one myself. So I need a representative here, one of the 3. Who wants to be the contestant that's going to get blasted on IG reels for a bad blind ranking here? Need someone, one of the 3. Someone's got to.
I'll do it. I don't care.
All right, Steve, you ready? All right. So the topic is Premier League defenders. You have to rank them in order of ability and greatness. All right. So 1 to 5. You know how this works, right? The blind rankings.
Yeah, I'm just ranking them 1 through 5, but you're just throwing them at me, Rand. I don't know who's coming next.
Yeah, so I have an order 1 to 5. You don't know who's coming next, but you have to place one, and you have to stick with it. All right, we're starting off with number 1, Wan-Bissaka.
Who is that? I'm
Aaron
kidding.
Wan-Bissaka?
I was about to
No, I knew whoever you said first, I was going to say that too. Yeah, because I just wanted the trolls on Instagram. You guys even know who is Wan-Bissaka 5.
You're putting him in the 5 slot without knowing anybody else that's coming.
Yes.
Really?
Because that's like a weird name for you to spit out, so the other people have to be better. That's like Wan-Bissaka is
playing a mind game with you, Sean. Fucking step it up, dude.
Yeah.
Just wait till you see this list. Next one up, Dan Burn.
Now he's fucked.
3.
Okay.
Because I see what he's doing here.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, Eric Dyer.
4.
Oh.
Alex,
Next we have Joel Matip.
Does he remember the numbers that are left?
No, I don't remember the numbers that are left. There's only 2 left. 2, and then this is the de facto 1. So who is it?
The left back from Brighton, the Ecuadorian.
This is a pretty fucking good list.
Estupiñán.
That's
I
a
think
good
he did all right.
list.
Yeah, he would have been.
It's a really good list.
Yeah, I think you did all right. Estupiñán in the 1, Matip in the 2. In the 3,
Burn.
you had Dan Burn. I'd put Wan-Bissaka over Dyer probably, but overall, I think you did pretty good.
I think that's a damn good list.
I don't think Estupiñán's had a good year though. Like,
Yo,
at
Sean
least
thought
by
he was going to
Premier League
embarrass
standards.
him.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna. I'm telling you right now, if that wasn't blind, I bet you a lot of people would do that. Not everybody, but I bet you that would be a lot of people's list.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to just do like Virgil van Dijk and these names.
No, that's all right. Just give me the credit.
It was,
okay.
it was a trial run. We'll come back next week better when I'm more prepared, says the professor.
Yeah, clearly. I could tell Sean is rattled right now. He's like, wow.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's like, this motherfucker, he did better than I thought.
You can't play mind games with Steve. You gotta you gotta think what Steve's mind games
when
are.
he said
mentality.
Wan-Bissaka off the roof, I go, I know exactly where he's going with this.
Here we go. You ready? All right, we got mind games for Steve. All right, Steve, you ready for a riddle? All right.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
You're running a race, all right? You're running a road race. You pass the person in second place. What place are you in?
I'm running. Now I'm overthinking it. I'm running a race and I pass the person in second place.
Yeah, what place are you in?
First. What? I don't get it.
I got it with the mind games.
Yo, Steve.
I'm sorry,
What?
Steve. I'm sorry, man.
Steve, you passed the guy in second place. What place are you in? You didn't pass first place.
Oh, fuck, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Man,
There
that
it
is
is.
good.
Alex
You
didn't
got
know
me.
either, but
No,
you
I did not.
just
My
watch it.
brain was racing.
Pass
I
the
was
guy
like,
in second place. No, because it seems so obvious, and that's when I started like.
Clip it.
Yeah,
Get him out.
moving into our promotion and
Yes.
relegations of the week. I want to hear Ben's promotion of the week to start. He previewed it a bit at the start of the show. Benny
Yo.
boy, let's hear it.
Promotion is a two-parter. So, I set up at my first ever show. So that's a dub to begin with. I was a bit
Congrats, man.
nervous
Good
being,
stuff.
a vendor at my first show. I didn't know what to expect. Didn't know how many sales I was going to make. If I was going to just do so much buying. But honestly, it went pretty good. Friday was my best day, like from a total cards offloaded standpoint. And then Saturday, I made like one nice deal in the morning for a couple kabooms. And then Sunday was slow. Sunday was probably the relegation of the weekend.
It's God's day.
Yeah, I sat there for like 6 hours and made one sale at the end while I was leaving, actually. I had like already packed up my stuff, and the guy, he came up to the table. So that was nice. But also another promotion. I don't know. This could be a two-parter, honestly. So I picked up a 9.5 rookie refractor of Mbappe, and I'm going to crack it out and send it to PSA. Hopefully, it will get a 10. I'm
Nice.
very nervous.
Yeah,
Wait,
it'd be a
which
big
rookie
play.
are we talking here? Which
Pops
one?
Chrome.
It's a refractor.
Refractor, yes.
What are the subgrades on it though?
There's no subgrades. It is SGC.
Oh God.
It's tough. It's
You should have consulted me first on that one. I thought it was a BGS.
You're not my father.
All right. When it's
when
it's a PSA 8, remember I said that, and you go to try to sell it, and everybody knows it was an SGC 9.5.
There was some trauma in that one.
Well,
Yeah.
if it gets a 9, it's a break even. But the gap between
If it gets a 9, it's a break even.
Insane. The 9 and 10
Yeah.
gap is pretty ridiculous.
The
Yeah.
gap is insane.
$1,000 difference.
Yes.
But I
So
also
it could-
picked up a Messi 10 refractor from that year and a Ronaldo 9.5 refractor. So I have all three now. I have the big three. So
Oh, SGC.
all SGC, yeah. Hey, Steve, I don't want to hear it from you, bro. All right, get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying, you SGC 9.5s are never PSA 10s.
All right, clip it right now, and I get a 10.
Yes.
If I get a fucking 10, you're coming down here and you're buying me dinner, a nice steak and lobster.
Okay. You better get fucking car wax, and you might have to reprint that goddamn car to be a 10.
But hey, it was a risk I was willing to take.
All right.
So
why? What does an SGC 9.5 even do? What are they, like 400 or something like that?
They're between like 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
So.
All right. And what's a PSA 10? Like 1,200?
14.
14.
So it was worth the risk.
Yeah, but what's a PSA 9? 4?
Yeah. It's only, I know I'm just saying it's a couple $100, but I mean, it's good for the content. It's,
What's a PSA 8 though?
Do a review.
No, if it's a PSA, you have nothing to worry about. You crack it out and just sell
exactly. And you just send it again.
All right.
It's just a cycle,
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought it would be good content, cracking it out, resending it in.
You got a relegation, mate?
The relegation was Sunday. It was really slow. So I kind of just sat there, Yeah, that's all I got.
Moving down the line here, Shawnee boy, what do you got?
Oh man, you know what my relegation is? I woke up this morning. I'm really bad about kind of turning on recurring subscriptions and then waking up and seeing I like 4 fucking charges hit my card, and I'm like, damn, I meant to cancel this.
Those
so that's my
health
relegation today.
Probably hit pretty
like,
hard, pal.
Yeah, those recurring ones, man. I got to turn that off today. There's like 3 I've got to cancel. So that was definitely my relegation today.
Sean, you sure you're not a 40-year-old like soccer dad? What the hell?
What's up?
What?
My promotion though. You ready for my promotion? Dude, huge promotion. One of the biggest cards pulled on the stream in a year happened last week. Mbappe select rookie out of 49 field level in his PSG kit. One of the most electric pulls I've ever had. It was seen. So that was definitely the promotion of the week. Got the juices going.
The FOMO was real on that one. Can't lie.
How much? What is that car clocking in at? Between 5 and 8K, depending on the grade.
No, PSA 10 is like right now 2.5 to 3, I think. So
shit.
the market's
dude, is it just me, or it's impossible? Like even when you're opening these boxes lately, it's impossible to get like fucking $1,000 cards even. It's like
really low.
I think that's just a soccer.
Low, yeah.
That's just a soccer
man,
market, man.
I feel like the soccer. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, dude, do I need to start like cracking something else? Because you gotta hit like super fractors and stuff like that these days to get like rich. You can still get great cards, but like to get rich, man.
I think it's just a soccer market.
About attended 63,000 in the out of 10 though.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you gotta get gold or lower.
Yeah, you gotta
gold. The golds are Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
I mean,
I was thinking that card was like massive, but I haven't seen one of those cards sold in a long time. I'm not up on the Mbappe select market, but that's still a sick card.
It's still a sick card, yeah.
Before we move into Steve's, I mean, we can pause and use this as a clip even. Like, doesn't even need to go in a show. I mean, Sean and I were talking about this the other day, where the soccer market is just like, I think so volatile and tough because there's so many freaking teams. There's so many leagues. There's so many players, obviously. And so it's so hard to find like a genuine connection and value in a market with some of these players, especially overseas, because in America, nobody is watching half of these teams. Even if a rookie is absolutely electric and is going to like help carry a team like Salzburg, Leipzig, any of those like bigger teams, but they're in that mid tier, opposed to the NFL where it's like you see these guys every freaking week. Same teams in the product every year. Like the rookies are like you have their face in the media every day in America. Like what do you think that is for you guys the stipulation between what the cards are worth in the NFL, NBA, MLB to like what the soccer card brings?
Well, we're also in America, so the American sports will do better.
I think it's purely just the pool of buyers that we're working with is significantly smaller. It's as simple as that. I think
it's a worldwide stage too, right? With eBay, though, like even eBay comps are so tough sometimes.
Yeah, but I talked to some guys in like England and stuff like that, and they said it's honestly because I was talking about how I'm going to London next week and the London Card Show and all this stuff, and the guys like,
you're going to London Card Show?
I think I'm gonna stop by on Sunday, possibly.
Yeah, definitely. We should go.
Cut this out of the podcast. So my girlfriend still doesn't know that we're going. Okay. Seriously, cut this out of the podcast. But Yeah, he was like, yeah, don't even waste your time because there's nothing here. Like he said that it's just there's. I don't know. People don't like collecting cards in other countries. Of course, there are people that do, but they just
Gorilla
don't.
Break lads. James was on this morning. I tagged you, try to like get you in there. He was moving cards for like good prices.
Well, that's
Whatnot is good.
yes, UK
good.
Whatnot. But he said the shows are terrible. There's no stores. There's no stores. Don't exist
at all. There's no
interesting.
There's no store.
So that's why their Whatnot is probably popping then.
Yeah, but in contrast, the eBay sucks. The eBay's atrocious.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean
that. Talking to a couple of UK friends, and I asked them like, this is the country that probably watches the most footy of any country. Well, actually, I don't know if that's true, but obviously a ton.
It's definitely up there. It's top 3.
The country, watches the Premier League, and so many of them could care less so about the cards. Like I talked to my one buddy, he's like a big Liverpool fan. I said, you have any interest in collecting like Bobby Firmino? He's a big Firmino fan at one point. He's like, maybe buy like one base card or two, and that's it. I'm not a fan. And like, almost all of the English folk that I know aren't about it. They're not about it, which is interesting. So you look at UK Whatnot and you think otherwise, and you're thinking, oh my god, I must be buzzing over there. But it's very surprising to see. It's not at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, transition back over into Steve's promotion and relegation there. Steve, promotion, relegation.
All right.
Start that. Steve, promotion, relegation, my brother. What do you got for us?
Promotion is it's basically my promotion and relegation is almost the same thing. So my promotion is I went camping this weekend. Everything about the camping was great. Had some really good food. I went camping out in Montauk. It's like the end.
How many glizzies?
Oh yeah.
No glizzies actually. It wasn't glamping. It was definitely camping. Most certainly was not glamping. But we were eating really good actually. But I had some really good food out there. That's the promotion. Really good seafood. Like Montauk is known for the seafood, obviously, because it's like a port town, I guess. One of the guys we were with, we cooked he cooked. I don't want to take any credit for it. Like over the campfire. It was corn, shrimp, sausage. Yo, I'm telling you, over the campfire, he's sitting there cooking it. It was like so like makeshift, like over the fucking campfire in a cast iron pan. I'm just these shrimp are so easy to overcook. I go, these fucking shrimp are going to be like, God, it's rubber. Like, I know this is going to taste like shit. The corn's not going to be cooked enough. The potatoes are going to be hard as apples.
You're so pessimistic, man.
Yeah, because we're over a campfire. I wouldn't have been able to do that, and I consider myself a halfway decent cook. This stuff comes off the campfire.
Boiling water doesn't count, Steve.
No, I'm actually a good cook. My girlfriend will attest to. The shrimp are cooked perfect. The corn was cooked perfect. Like the potatoes everything was amazing. It was absolutely delicious. After it was over the camp, I was very thoroughly impressed. All right, I made clam chowder. I just warmed up clam chowder that we brought at the grocery store, but I warmed it up perfectly over a Bunsen burner, mixing that shit.
Yeah, you warmed it up.
Hell yeah!
There he goes.
Yeah,
You're an idiot.
Yeah. Okay. Next, there's my promotion. Food was great. Had a great time. Great people. Great friends. Played a little footy with like a 7-year-old kid that was named Tate, who was like actually turned out to be a bastard. But that's a different story. Total bastard.
Can you center your camera, pal? I'm like looking at half of your face right now. Yeah, there we go.
I'm surprised you didn't pull your hammy taking a shot.
I'm skiing. No. Relegation. So at night, it was getting cold, like in the 40s. So the first night it was like in the 40s. I'm sleeping in a fucking tent that I guess I didn't realize this at the time, but it's called like a stargazing tent. So it's like a mesh on top. It still has something that goes over that, but it's not like sealed in. So it was like 42 degrees at night. Froze my fucking ass off. Like I was in pain all night long. All night long. Everybody there, like I would say 80%, 85 to 90% of the people there that were camping were in like campers or RVs and stuff. We're out there in a fucking tent. It was 42 degrees, windy, froze my ass off. The second night, it went down to 34 degrees. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning because I needed to take a leak. And I was like, babe, we got to go in the car. Actually, she said it. And she was like against going in the car.
Did you guys have your own tent or were you with us?
Oh, no, we had our own tent, but it was just like absolutely I was in like actual pain. I thought I wasn't going to be able to walk. Like I couldn't feel my feet. I was getting, when you sleep on your side and it's really cold, you get that like almost like pins in your hips. It's like a sharp pain.
Like a numb feeling, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. So we in the middle of the night we like staggered into the car. I have a Jeep, so it's kind of drafty, no insulation, but it was still better than this fucking thing. And I couldn't feel my feet. We woke up in the morning. I was in the front driver's seat, like it wasn't a good look. It was torturous, absolutely torturous. With the pancakes, back to the food. The pancakes in the morning made up for it. Oh man! So that's my relegation.
Powder perfectly.
What?
That was ridiculous.
That was
I warmed up the clam chowder perfectly.
I'm telling you, that clam chowder was warmed up to perfection.
You're an idiot. My promotion is Mohamed Salah. 15 consecutive home goals. Absolute madness. The dude continues to perform. Absolute beauty. I have no idea what the future is going to hold with him. I'm torn. I was talking about it earlier. I'm like, I would love to have the money, but then I say that, and it's like he is so freaking valuable. So that's my promotion. My relegation is, boys, the gray hairs are starting to come in, and it's crazy. It is actually crazy. Like, we're getting like random, like just strands of them where it's just like noticeable. It's the stress of coaching and just relationships is doing it to your boy in the past like 2 years or whatever, because holy cow. My dad like definitely is like starting to get like silver fox going, and he just turned 50 or whatever, but he like definitely did not have the gray hairs like this when he was just turning 30. So I mean I'm 27 and already have been having them, so it's a little madness to see the gray hairs coming in like this, but that's my relegation.
Dude, you're so old.
My condolences. Yeah.
I've got plenty of grays too. You know what it is though, Alex? To be honest with you, you see them more than other people do. Because like when I look in the mirror, I'm like, holy shit, I have so many grays. But it blends in. You have to have an assload of grays until it's
definitely blends in.
People.
The issue is, unfortunately, and my cousin's the type of dude that's like looking for this to try to like give me a hard time. As we were at my sister's volleyball game, and he just like comes up to me, puts his arms around me. He's like, "I'm noticing quite a few gray hairs, buddy." And I'm like,
"Oh my god, he's one of those."
Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, you're definitely not wrong." Because I literally noticed it like right before I like you said, you definitely noticed them. It was just like at the top. That's what got me dirty. It was like,
you just gotta.
I don't see any from that.
The lighting gets you good, but it's like
he's plucked them all this
like
morning.
right there.
Yeah, tell your barber.
I do see that one. That one's pretty obvious.
Yeah. The lighting makes it shine, but yeah, we're getting old.
I get them over here. I have them over here.
Yeah, but that's it there. Episode 15 of Pitch Masters. This was a fun one. Haven't told the boys this, but next week will probably be an internal. International break was the last time we did an internal, and that was a fun one. So be looking for that next week. Maybe we'll have a guest on for the internal. Who knows? We'll see what goes on. But appreciate you guys listening. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. Follow Pitch Masters. Look for the Pro Packs will have already come out, so look for the Pitchmaster release coming out from Mr. Benzini here in the near future. The dude has been getting some bangers, and congratulations to anyone that slapped a banger out of the Pro Packs, while Serea and I just fend to the wolves to try and make our money. Shout out you guys. Peace. Boom.